What is up, guys? Rick Akas here, and this is the comparison video between the ACW-R and the AK-5C. These are the two carbines that you can get for the Battlefield 4 beta. Let's get right into it. Now, the first stat you guys are probably all wondering about is the damage. Well, the damage and range of these weapons is completely identical. Both weapons have a maximum damage of 25, so they're 4-shot kills up close, and that goes up to 10 meters. From 10 meters, it starts to slope down, and then it minimizes at 15.5 minimum damage at 70 meters and beyond. And again, those are the same for each gun. They also both have the same magazine size at 30. So, where these guns do differentiate, where you're going to notice the main difference, is the fire rate. The ACR has 26% faster fire rate at 880 rounds per minute versus the AK-5C's 700 rounds per minute. Now, the thing about it is, although the ACW-R actually has slightly less upwards recoil, 14% less actually, than the AK-5C, you are definitely going to notice more recoil with the ACW-R. And actually, the ACW-R does have more side-to-side recoil than the AK-5C. So, what these guns basically break down to is the ACW-R 100% has the faster time to kill. If you're playing competitively and all you're looking at is time to kill, the ACW-R is the gun for you. The problem is its time to kill drastically reduces when you start missing shots, and you're gonna start missing shots at around medium range. The ACW-R just has a little bit more inaccuracy at range. In case you don't know, guns in Battlefield are not pinpoint accurate like, for example, Call of Duty. When you aim down sights, you're actually not gonna shoot exactly where your sight is. Imagine your hipfire box, so the 4-pronged hipfire cone if you weren't aiming down sights, and then when you do, imagine it getting very, very, very small to the point where it's almost touching, but it's still there. So when you aim down sights, you're actually still going to have a very, very small cone of inaccuracy, and the ACW-R's is a little bit bigger cone than the AK-5C. So when you're aiming at a guy at far range with the ACW-R and you just start going fully automatic, you will shoot around him and not necessarily hit him every time. The AK-5C, again, you still have the possibility of shooting around him, but that cone is much smaller, so you are going to land more shots at range with the AK-5C. Essentially, it breaks down to the ACW-R is your close range carbine. You're going to be using this thing. It has a way higher fire rate. It does have slightly better hit spread at only 1%, but it is a difference. And so this thing is going to be good. You know, you want to put the laser sight on, you want to go around, and you can totally hit fire guys with the ACW-R. It is very good up close. The AK-5C is kind of like the everyman gun. It's not bad up close. It's decent, medium, and long range. It is outclassed by the more powerful AK-12. And then also designated marksman rifles and the such, but it is a jack of all trades. The AK-5C, you can put it on any class and do well with it. That certainly was the case with me. I would always do well with the AK-5C. There was never really a scenario where I was felt it was lacking, but also there wasn't ever a scenario where I was like, this is the greatest gun of all time. It did a good job in every scenario. So, what is my recommendation? The ACW-R or the AK-5C? Well, for the beta, from my experience, I would say the better gun by a hair is the ACW-R. The reason being is because of the attachments. Now, raw, like I just said, if it was raw, if you're going into this with each gun having no attachments, the AK-5C is going to be superior. And also, I'm probably going to have to make another one of these videos when the actual game comes out, because the amount of attachments is insane. And the AK-5C, I can see it with like a 3.4 times scope and canted iron sights, or a holographic sight and a doubler would be extremely good, because you're going to be able to engage people at long range with it. But for the beta, the ACW-R, once you unlock the muzzle brake for it, becomes phenomenal. The upwards recoil is reduced by 25%. So the main problem of the ACW-R, which is its recoil, present mainly because of its higher rate of fire, is reduced drastically. It does increase some of the inaccuracy, but that is fixed if you just burst fire, and also just it's pretty easy to keep your engagements close range. You don't have to be engaging guys at long range. So for the beta, I've found that the ACW-R is a little bit more effective. Now that's not to say the AK-5C is not good, and I would recommend you trying it out. But those are the stats. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and as always, have a good day.